What's up everybody, Brian here with Attention to Details. Kenny behind the camera. We're here with Jose. He's one of my main polishers and PPFers. And then when we're done with this, Kenny and I are going to move into the expel room to continue our networking on ceramic coatings. But what maybe change it to start here first is kind of ties in what we're going to talk about later. 2018 Ford F-150 coming for an interior detail, which we've got knocked out. And then he just wanted a quick polish with a polymer sealant. And that's going to give us, we're not going after any defects or anything like that, but it's going to give us roughly 20 to 30% of swirl marks are going to be gone. Told that to the customer, he was fine with it. After decontaminating, clay barring, the whole 9 yards of the vehicle, it's in pretty bad shape. I called the customer back up, and he let me know that it was just over the last 3 years ceramic coated. I didn't say where, I don't care where, I don't know what product was used, but it's no longer active, it's non-hydrophobic, all that is dead, I call it flat paint. But whatever this coating was and put over this has sealed in a bunch of crap. So we were gonna go in and try to do the guy a solid and lift some of this up a little bit to give him a good clarity, because this truck is absolutely horrible. I'll get my light here and show you real quick in some areas. Kenny's camera can pick it up. This door is just prepped, ready to be polished, but look at this. So you see all that hard water staining. I don't know what a lot of that is. There's a lot of high spots on this that wasn't properly done. Anyway, this is near impossible to get off, so we're upping our polishing game a little bit for as far as the budget. I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna bring you to the hood here real quick. So we done some testing, whatever. I'm gonna go with a Rupes yellow wool pad. It finishes out nice, a nice cut, it runs cool. So I went over this area here with Jose. It is not perfect. You see that there, Kenny, good? But this is where we were at. Okay, now this usually in a quick polish, I'll clean all this up and get the clarity. It's not gonna get rid of all the swirl marks, but whatever's on this coating, whatever's been done, this is embedded into this. So I'm like, call the customer up, say I'm gonna do you a solid, we're gonna make it look as tight as we possibly can. I'm not gonna charge you any more on it, but we're not gonna go haywire and make this thing showstopper. But we always, what I've been preaching to everybody, make sure detailers that you take, you have this. All right, so this is a digital meter that reads the paint. There's places in here I'm not even gonna be able to polish. That spot that we just showed you up here on this door, guys, 2.68 mil, paint layer is too thin. I can't even do a light polish on this. Now, some people will argue with me. I'm going to have Jose, he's gonna go over this super soft pad, not abrasive, we're just gonna go over it to get just a small little gloss back. But when you get these numbers, guys, too thin paint, under 3 mil, 2.68, there's hardly any clear coat left there. If any at all, you will burn through that immediately. And most people looking at this truck would never know it. You get all these guys that you hear out there, I can tell by looking at a panel. To me, it's horseshit. But anyway, and this is several places throughout this whole vehicle. One of two things happened, in my opinion. This has been overbought polished before. Because if I come right back here, we're still there, so it's this whole top panel, but watch when I come down to this bottom door. Then we jump up to 3.54. Still not great, but hey, I can go in and finish this and make it look good. Everywhere else, we're decent. So somebody has run, whoever's polished this was heavy in this area, chasing a defect that shouldn't have been chased, stuff like that. So these are the things we like to educate people on and teach them. So Jose's got his work cut out for him, because you know we've only got a price that this customer wanted to pay. And for us to be profitable, I can't spend any more time unless he wants to get any more money. He really doesn't. He understands. So we're going to make it look just as good as we can. Make a little video out of it. That'll help us a little bit. And then Jose knows what he's got to do now. He's got to be on his toes, which that's why he's doing it, because I trust him with it. And he's going to make it look as best as it can. But this is what we're dealing with. This is what I'm trying to warn people about. Be careful who's polishing your stuff. Make sure they have the proper tools and the knowledge to go in and do this. Anybody can pick a polisher up and start polishing. But this is what you have to be careful of, because if he would have, say I didn't have this and we didn't know, oh yeah, we can make this perfect, I guarantee you this video would be a lot different, because he would have been brought back in here, or I would have, if we didn't have the knowledge, this would have been completely burnt through within minutes. And then we're painting this whole door. So we'll tap on that when Kenny and I continue this video in the other room. So we just wanted to show you this. Stay tuned, because we got some interesting stuff coming up about ceramic coatings, polishing, and a bunch of other things. We started off on the clip in there with the pickup truck, the 2018 F-150. We showed what was going on with it, the importance that wherever you take your vehicle, if it's here, we're guaranteed to use these tools and equipment that we have to provide you with safety. They're cheaper models. This is a little bit more pricey, but it's not crazy. It ain't going to totally break the bank. But make sure your detailers where you take your vehicle have these, because I can't stress enough how easy it would be. I myself, this crap, like I said in there about, and I've heard polishers say this to me. Oh, I can tell by looking at it. No, you can't. If I didn't have these tools or the knowledge that I've built over several years and years and decades of doing this, I would have been painting this customer's door. Which leads us to also something I did mention to you earlier about, is another thing that I think that's very important that no one talks about in the detailing world is insurance. Make sure your detailer is insured. We spend a lot of money here on insurance, but every vehicle, we do a lot of higher end vehicles. We do all vehicles, but a lot of our stuff that you guys see, we're dealing with a lot of vehicles, and we've had several times that we've had a cumulative over cars that we've had here that were well worth over $1 million. Yeah. So every vehicle that comes into this shop is covered up to $1 million. If I get a car in here that is over that price, I call my insurance agents, and then we put a rider on it in here, and that covers what I was just talking about. If we screw something up, one of our lifts breaks, the car falls off, someone hits something, tornado, fire, whatever, it is not passed on to the customer. We never want to think about these things, but hey, it's life, things happen, mistakes happen. Make sure that where you take your vehicle, should be a question that is asked. Is my vehicle covered here? Is it protected in case anything goes wrong? And a lot of places, and make sure you want to see proof. Some of our high-end clients or whatever, I've had a few ask me. I tell everybody when we book them in and when they come and we go over their vehicle, that is part of my script that I tell them that, hey, we are fully insured here for this, for anything that possibly can happen. So make sure that you ask wherever you take your vehicle that they have it. It's important. We don't think about it, but it's something we should. So Kenny and I are going to talk today, I guess, leading up to this Ford F-150, about ceramic coatings. They do have a benefit. We do install them here. The ones we install, the average DIYer are people, you're not going to get it off the website or Amazon, or go to Walmart or wherever some of these people are getting it, like all the stuff that the normal person can get. The reason for that, in my belief, is, well, I actually kind of know, because speaking, like, I've become good friends with Chris from Dr. Beasley's, and we are an authorized detailer for them. So what that means is, if, say, hey, you want to open up a detail shop, or you can't go buy any of their products online, you have to be authorized. You have to, some of them charge a fee, but they want to check out your background. You're going to have to take a training course with their specialist to make sure, because their name is on the product. So if I'm selling customer A Dr. Beasley's package, or a Expel ceramic coatings, multiple different ones, they're not just going to let anybody put this on it, because it's their name on it and it's warranted. So if you get a guy that's just putting it on, doesn't know what he's doing. It
has to be applied right to be able to go by their warranty, or you're going to avoid their warranty, which you don't want to do that.
Exactly. I'm big on, you hear all this stuff, graphene is coming around. It's been around for a while, but now it's making a new thing coming back. There's literally every day, if you just scroll through any car forum on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube like that, the latest one I just seen is Underdog and stuff. They do give you
some type of perfection, but a lot of these are being sold 8 years and 5 years, and guys are charging $2, $3, $3,500 for these services, and they do not last. They just don't. I spoke to Chris about some of his products and stuff like that. I'm still not a full believer on some of the higher end names of products that we use or that are out there that really good shops use. And they make videos on it too. Here's my belief. If you're getting sold an 8-year coating and it's a true, really good coating with a warranty and you have to be trained in it and be certified in it, I'll take that down to 4 years on normal use.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Stuff that we've applied. And I tell people that, now if you want to get true 8 years out of it, a lot of things that people don't talk about is maintenance. You got to have maintenance,
how you wash
wash
it, how you take care of it.
Right.
Different soaps could break that ceramic down.
Exactly. Automated car washes.
It's the worst.
People never talk about that. I see it on forums all the time from other shops, and some of the customers like, oh, I wish I would have known my car's not covered because we find that it's failing, and then they find out that I'm taking it through. Well, we were never told that we couldn't take it through automated car washes. We were never told you have to bring it for quarterly maintenance.
And that's where you void your warranty for that shop, and you're kind of on your own after that. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we're upfront and transparent. When I put a coating on, we turn down a lot of coatings in here for that simple reason. I don't feel right about charging a guy $2,000, $1,800, or whatever the price might be, because in that price is a paint correction. You want to make your vehicle look tight. This is my assumption, but on that truck out there, you guys seen when Kenny with his camera, that stuff is embedded beyond that coating. Yes, we can get part of some of that out if the customer wanted to pay, but some of those areas that we mic'd out that were under 3 mil, you're done. Because some of these coatings, true coatings that I have made, we're not perfect. I've made mistakes. I've left high spots. I never deliver to my customer that way. It just happens sometimes. And some of this stuff, if you don't catch it right away, you are going in and doing a little bit of wet sanding.
Yeah.
Some way your own way you ain't buffing some of this stuff off. So in that case there, that is like that. That ain't coming out. I can make it come out real quick by going and buffing it, but I'm going to burn through the clear coat, and that's going to be, it's going to look like shit real soon, real quick, and then the customer's pissed off and nobody wants to go there. So on the ceramic coatings, what we use here is Expel Fusion. I'm a huge believer in them. Love the Dr. Beasley's products, and we carry their whole full line. We got the Leather Lock Pro, phenomenal product, and we stack it with their leather cream. Doesn't change the color, the texture. It's non-greasy. It does stop staining. If you spill anything on top of it, quick, easy wipe off. It's
pop, coffee, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool product.
It's an awesome product. So we use that stuff here. We're also big into matte finishes. A lot of cars coming out now are matte coming from the factories. And Hyundai, Kia right now are factory. When you buy their car in the matte finish, Dr. Beasley's worldwide, North America, you'll have a starter kit for the customer when they buy those cars, and then they come to authorized dealers to have them applied and stuff like that. But we're very well versed in your matte paint coatings. It takes special cleaners and soaps to make your cars look tight. Get yourself educated if you have one of those, and that's also goes for matte finishes on PPF as well. You have to take care of it different, use different products. We have always in stock. We can teach people to do it themselves if that's what they want to do, or we can take care of it for them and keep their maintenance up to date for their warranty is always in check. So we got that. Then we have lower end kits. So the Nano Resin Kit. This is they say it's a 2-year kit. I give it about a year, to be honest with you, for an everyday driver out of automated car washes. And we've had several cars that extend to 2 years, no problem.
Yeah. So we've applied a lot of that. And
Yeah.
what's cool about Dr. Beasley's, like Brian said, they have like different steps of kits. They have an entry level ceramic, a mid level, all the way up to what's their top, the MX Pro, which is.
Well, you got the MX. Where we got here the glass serum. Yeah, we have the MX Pro. I forgot to get out of the cam. So you have MX Pro, and then you got their Pro Serum.
Pro Serum, okay.
Yeah.
But different levels depending on what you want to spend, how far you want to go, how long you want it to be protected. So it's pretty awesome product for sure.
And they're no coatings created equally. They all have different benefits. And another thing I like to talk about is a lot of people are getting their rims and their caliper ceramic coated, and I think that's important because it does work. You'd be surprised that people are using coatings that are going on your exterior of your car, and they're also coating your rims and tires. it will work for a very little bit of the time. You have to have a special coating, like Expel's got one. We got one for their paint and PPF. And then, so Dr. Beasley has them as well. But then you have a whole different chemistry of for your wheel and caliper. It's got to withstand the heat, more abuse, stuff like that.
All that brake dust, grime.
Everything. Yeah. So it does work. There's a huge difference. And it's not that we charge here. We do $125 a rim and caliper. Rim off, scrub, polish, behind the spokes polish. We coat them, do the calipers, polish the whole 9 yards properly. So $500 for a car that we kind of keep in that price range.
And that's something a lot of people do overlook. And we've done a lot of vehicles that do come in for clients of ours. But like I did mine, I got a new set of rims for my car. Did the rims, calipers. Kept them on all winter, and I'm still pretty impressed with how that's holding up.
Super hydrophobic. Honestly, last time we washed the cars, I mean, it just beads off. And again, like Kenny said, we obviously, this is what we do for a living. We're here.
We try a lot of products that never get brought up to you guys that we're like, it didn't work out. But typically the stuff we push, we've tested and we continue to test on our own vehicles.
Yeah,
so.
And like Kenny said, when he did the Fusion wheel and calipers, we're always cleaning our cars and keeping on top of it. And as long as you do that, that's where we can comfortably look at you guys and talk to you and say, hey, this works, but you have to take care of it. You got to do maintenance, and that's with anything. If you buy a new couch or carpet at home, if you never vacuum it and clean it, it's going to look like shit in about 6 months. And, then it's no good.
Just because you ceramic your car or even PPF the whole thing, you still have to maintain and take care of it. So.
Exactly. Well said. So these are our top 2 products that we use ceramic coatings. Another one that I believe in is Crystal Serum Pro, and they're light. I've done their light, I haven't done their Pro yet, but it's a decent product. But these are the ones that we push, that people want, that I believe in, that we've used and done tests on for longevity and stuff. And as long as you follow what Kenny and I are just talking about, we believe they're a really good product. And then we go into products. I'm a huge ammo guy, so I become, I don't know, close friends, but Larry from Ammo, whatever, he's helped me out a lot from the beginning. You can't buy this in the stores. It's not social media wise. You have to go to his website and buy it. But check his website out. It's Ammo NYC. Just Google that and it'll take you to the website. Larry is a really special, cool person in my books. He's called on from all over in the car world, Porsche manufacturers everywhere, for his skill sets. The guy's just phenomenal. He's big into the things too with the ceramic coatings. There's a time and place for him, but again, like I've said, a lot of it's kind of people might get mad at me for saying this, but a lot of it is snake oil if it's not installed properly and people are educated on it. So Larry, and we have some things from him as well that we use. It's classified as a ceramic coating, but he doesn't market it that way. But really good products. It's one of the ones I have in my car now, and it works just as good as ceramic coating, but you're in at a little bit of a cheaper price point of getting in. And I'm at over a year now on my car and Christina's car, so it's a good product. But the stuff we use here, when we use our soap, yes, you can clean your car with the same soap that you go through, but we mix things up. We do the Brute Wheel Soap. It's just a higher pH balance level, different cleaners to attack brake dust, road grime, and stuff like that. It works extremely well. We are going to be selling all this stuff really soon here. We're going to be kind of the first ones doing a test pilot with Larry to sell this. So I'm hoping within the next 60 to 90 days we'll have this worked out and we can start selling this products. Not super expensive, goes a long way. So for the guys that want to do it, we're gonna be offering this as well. So the wheel soap is fantastic. This stuff, I love the name, but it's called Mud Tire Gel. And it's phenomenal. It's kind of like a ceramic coating for rubber. You can do your plastic trim. Does not sling off. Beads water, beads dirt, all of that stuff. We do our rims, our tires. If I've done mine, I'd probably do it every maybe 6 to 8 washes.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. I was going to say it lasts a long time, it spreads really evenly, just better than most tire shines we've ever found.
And it's really good, and it works great with all your black plastic trims keeps it rich and dark, and it protects it from the UV rays and stuff. Really good product, inexpensive. Most of the cars that we do here that come in for any packages after we're done with it, we always do the customers' tires and stuff on this, and people are loving it. Foam paint cleaner, so soap for cars. I'm huge in proper soaps. There's a lot of soaps out there that people go buy in the store, and again, they're not educated, or it's promoted so much that it's the greatest thing. That you got soaps that got built-in waxes, built-in sealants. That's a lot of crap, in my opinion. When you have a car that's ceramic coated, PPF and stuff that's got built-in ceramic coatings that we do here with diffusion, when you use those soaps and spray sealants, your car no longer needs that stuff. When you have a proper ceramic coating, it actually will start eating into the finish, it will start breaking it down, and it just kind of loads it up and makes it look crappy. So we have a customer that we won't say his name, super cool dude, but we just had to re-educate him again because we fully wrapped his car in the Fusion Plus. He brought it by and he's like, it's losing its shine, and this was like about a month after. Yeah. And Kenny and I, we go out there and we look at it, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened to this car? And I'm looking at it, and it's just smeary and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm putting on chemical guys.
Quick detailers.
Quick detailer. And I'm like, no. So he had to get it washed, and then go over it and hand buff it out with rags and stuff like that, and then it all come back perfect. But those are the things that can happen. You got to make sure on any sealant that you're using, you got to make sure the shit's off. Don't do it in direct sunlight, cause a whole lot of problems, streaking and all that stuff, and it can be time consuming getting it off. So the foam paint cleanser, I've said this forever, is paint on a car is like our skin. It needs to be moisturized. Paint is all, if you look underneath a microscope, it's always moving and shifting in the heat and the cold. And when bird poop or contaminants get on it, you leave that too long, that is breathing like our skin. It's going to start sucking it in. And that's where you get clear coat staining. You know, a lot of people out there can agree with this, that if you go look at most cars out there from summer traveling, all the bugs, if they let them sit on, a lot of people don't get them off. They go through automatic car washes. It doesn't get them all off, and then you got all these stains. Yep. And people then realize when you get your car really good washed, they're not coming off because it's in the clear coat now. As long as we have room to work with, we can polish that out and then protect it.
But it doesn't take long for those acids to eat into it. A couple days, honestly.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, even with PPF, and that's one of their things. We guarantee not to stain and stuff. But you can tell if a bird's pooped on your car, or wet leaves where fall's coming up is another big thing. When that stuff falls on your car and it rains, that dye from the color leaf comes out, and that will leave that imprint on your car and change the color, the tone, all of that. So this stuff is excellent high pH value. It's super clean. It actually helps and aids in getting off before we polish and stuff. Getting any silicones and sprays and shit like that on, it takes it off. Really good product. And then we have the Hydrate Paint Moisturizer. We don't do this on other vehicles. We do it in our step 2 and 3 paint corrections and stuff like that. And then people that maintain their cars and bring it for maintenance washes. So this stuff is after you wash your car and stuff, you spray it on, and it's kind of goopy, and you spread it on with a wet microfiber rag while your car's wet, and you let it sit there for a while. And you can tell an instant change when you rinse this stuff off, just like their ceramic, the
Reflex
Pro is
super
phenomenal.
hydrophobic right away.
Yeah. So and you are getting a layer of protection at an entry level. Yeah. That's the key point I'm trying to make here.
With the Reflex Pro, which is similar to this product, I'll do it like you said every 6 washes, maybe every couple months or something, just to add another level of protection. And it does great. Rain comes, super hydrophobic.
Yeah.
Very rarely you have to use your wipers and stuff.
Yeah, it's great. You can put it on anything, so it's really good. So I hope we've explained to you on this, and we can go in depth, and we're going to do a little bit more and stuff on this. But I mean, you guys all know the commercial they saw. We talk, Kenny and I talk about them a lot. You know, where they're got a panel, and this is the new whatever, and they light the hood on fire, and then they put it out, and they look, nothing happened, or they spray paint.
Yeah.
Look how easy it wipes off. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people fall for it, but I mean, really, come on, like it kind of pisses me off because again, it's marketed so much. That's what people believe and think it is, and people are really charging. I know shops that are charging $2,000+ for Adams spray.
Yeah, spray on sealants
stuff
and silicone.
And I tell you right now on camera, if you've had that done to your vehicle, bring it to me with proof that that's the products that they used. I will for free wash your car in the same day, usually 2 to 2 to 3 washes in our wash decon process, I'll have it off your car. And we can prove that to you. So I don't want people to get caught into that trap. I'm not saying again that we're the best and know everything, but we're educated. We test our products. There's products that are brought to us all the time that I checked out and use, and I'm just even from Expel, you know, and they're still working. They want our feedback as dealers to do this, and I'm the first one to say, hey, this is not what it should be, what it shouldn't be doing. So we don't use it. On what you see here on this table, I believe in. We have a few more in the cabinet because I could have filled this whole area up. It was just too much. But so we just wanted to point on that there. The hype of products is just, it blows me away with some of the stuff. What's your opinion on this?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, honestly, I think the biggest thing, like you said, there's so many products out there. You can go to AutoZone, you could go to Walmart, and you're going to see a whole row of the newest, latest, greatest ceramic or polymer-based. When we do this every day, so like Brian said, the products we have out, we've tested, we use, we continue to use. We just try to put out good products. We're not here to sell a quick spray-on polymer sealant that's going to come off in a month. And there's any option. If you want to spend an entry level and get a month or 2 month protection on your car, we could do that. Or if you want a 10-year ceramic coating that's the best of the best, wrap your car, we could also do that. So
yeah, and keep it protected the right way.
I just feel at any level, basically, entry level or the best of the best, you know, there are good products at those levels. It's just depending
how much you want to spend and that it's being done properly. I'm shocked, again, going back to the F-150 we got here, I'm shocked at some of the things. I've had clients come up just for a maintenance wash, and they said, oh yeah, we just had our vehicle done at X place, wherever it may be, and had it ceramic coated, and I can see high spots in it and stuff like that, you know, and I tell the customer about it, and once they start looking and realizing, like, oh, I see, and they tell me the price they paid for it, and then they'll show me their receipt or whatever they may have, I'm like, oh my God, Voodoo is another one I've heard. You know, they come up with all these tricky names, but the latest one that I've seen is this Underdog stuff. And again, it does give you some layer of protection, but it's intermittent. What's the word I'm looking for? Intermediate, yeah. It's, like you still have to prep and get your car prep properly to handle all that, but it does not last, and it's being sold at that. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to get at too. There are products that people are spending that you could definitely put yourself into a top name product. Dr. Beasley's, you know, Expel, Ammo. You're paying that, so why not get it? Just, and the big thing comes down is getting educated. And I've always said, give us a call, 219-628-0288. Check out our new website. You can get answered and feedback from that. Come and see us. I want you as a client and a customer, but I really, at this point, we have more than we can handle right now. We're very busy, and we're going to keep growing, and that's great. But I want to educate people. Kenny and I and my team here, we're big on educating people, and we turned down a lot of money for those reasons. And I don't care if you take it to someone else. Just ask the right questions. So that's our key points today. I mean, we can keep going on because this is a topic that's talked. Jason from Chicago Auto Pros has a phenomenal video series out where he's taking, and something we want to do as well, but he's done such a good job at it. And we're going to do it with some different products that he didn't use. But he's doing like a video series of applying on one car, and it's all videotaped, and they'll put, you know, right down to the crap that we're talking about, Underdog, F11, that spray crap that's out there, all these other things, and then they do through the wash process, and I think he's now on, the latest one they dropped was 8 or 9 months now, and then they'll do a video of showing how they're holding up, and you'll be surprised, even some of the good ones, and he's very honest, and that's one thing I like about Jason. He's upfront, and he doesn't care who gets mad. This is what we're getting, and some of the stuff you'd be shocked. It didn't last a week. Some of the stuff didn't last after a couple washes. Some stuff is, and there's several out there that's on this car. Some of them are these right here. You know, year one, wherever he's at now, they're still holding up strong. But again, you have to maintain them. You have to have maintenance washes. Then there's ceramic boosters that go along with these kits that help activate the hydrophobics in them, and that's how you make them last. So anyway, don't want to keep being long-winded. I think we've touched everything on this, Kenny.
So.
We have the 2023, what is that car?
Acura TL?
Yeah, Acura Integra A-Spec. coming in tomorrow for a Ultimate Plus Fusion wrap, ceramic coating, rims off. Really neat car, just released. Our customer's very excited. He just picked it up. He's dropping it off tomorrow, so we're going to do a whole video on that from before we even touch it. When it comes in, the shape that it's in, that it come from the dealer, in depth behind our lights. We're going to go over it and show you what we're dealing with, any imperfections, stuff like that. Then the process of taking it and getting it protected properly. Then we have the 2022 or 3 Tesla that's being dropped off Monday for a wrap from Expel. Got a couple more Teslas coming in. A lot of stuff on the go, but we're going to be ramping up our videos a lot. Kenny and I has kind of blocked out some time for ourselves now that we're going to start making this happen. We've been wanting to do it for a while, but we can never find the time. So we basically are scheduling ourselves now to make this happen.
Yep, making it happen.
We're going to do this car, and Kenny and I will be doing this and walking you through it and telling you what our thoughts on it, making it proper and correct. Do you have anything to add?
Nope, I think we're good.
All right. Well, this is Brian and Kenny signing out, and as always, love and happiness. Peace.